The following is a free preview episode of Who Wants to Be a Booksmanaire. You can find Books the Podcast and more weekly premium episodes at patreon.com/complete guide.
Hello and welcome to another installment of everybody's favorite game show, Who Wants to Be a Booksmanaire? Original game show concept developed by me, Tim.
Yeah, you didn't get this idea from anywhere else.
No, Tom, I spent a long time on this.
Yeah, you got this idea from not remembering to put a poll up for the next book.
Tom, I knew you were going to say that. And we do, like last week we finished, if I did it. I will cop to...
The last week we finished and you didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, so I forgot to watch the movie. But after that, we
had a constructive conversation.
Right.
I think the episode we did, in all honesty, was probably better than if we had just watched the Naked Gun 33 and the Third and just like recounted the gags. Although now that I'm saying it out loud, I disagree.
We should watch it. But after we complete a book / movie combo, we had agreed that we're gonna do a palate cleanser, at least one. Yeah. That's the way it's been going. Mm-hmm. So I did not forget to put up.
We do a palate cleanser to get the disgusting taste of books out of our mouths.
Tom, the amount of work I did.
Yeah, you didn't show me the document, but you scrolled through it from the other side of the room, and I don't know if it's gonna fit in an hour.
Tom, it's a game show sensation that's sweeping the nation, and everybody's gonna love it, and you get to be the contestant yet again.
So what is a booksmanaire? Because according to the regular podcast, I'm already a booksman. Yeah,
booksmanaire, you'll be... Well, guess what?
What?
You can win cash and prizes.
That's the other... No, you're acting like this is a new thing. You always offer like cash prizes, but they're either like impossible to get or you just won't give them to me anyway. Nor do I want to like...
the prizes with me.
All right.
And here's the deal, Tom. Last time we played the game, you all right. Let me go through the whole spiel.
Yes.
The rules are simple. There are 15 multiple choice questions ranging from very easy to very difficult, each worth more money than the previous. The amounts are not cumulative. We're going to throw a little bit of this out.
Okay, so it's not completely like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It is. If you get a question right, you move on to the next amount. But if you get it wrong, the game is over and you lose your money.
Okay, and then what happens? And then we put out a 10-minute long episode?
Well, last time... We'll get to this. However, there are two milestone amounts. Once you get to the $1,000 question right, you're guaranteed that amount. And at the 32,000 again question. Right? Now, Tom, last time you lost on the second question.
I don't recall, but sure, I'll go by what you say.
So we played through the rest as an exhibition. And I imagine
we're nothing if not exhibitionists.
You didn't use your lifelines last time, which was dumb as shit.
I think I probably thought I knew the answer. And
no, you didn't. You complained
All
that
right,
the
then
second...
I was mad at the situation.
Also, last time we played the game, I agreed these are questions that range from $100 to $1 million, right? I said you were going to be paid out at 1/100th the actual amount.
Okay.
Which meant you could have won up to $10,000.
Right.
And I would have paid you that.
You wouldn't have paid me $10,000,
Tom,
Tim.
I made the fucking questions. I knew that you weren't going to get to the $1 million.
Well, no, then
you got out on fucking question 2.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is I made the questions, I knew you wouldn't get it. But what if I did?
Then I would have paid you. I'm a man of my word.
You wouldn't have paid me. Your wife would have been so mad she would have hit you in the head with a rolling pin.
She doesn't know. I got accounts.
She doesn't know about my finances. I have multiple accounts she doesn't know about. that I keep just in case I need to pay out a $10,000 prize to my friend Tom.
Tom, I'm still doing the spiel. You're interrupting.
Maybe you have insurance.
You didn't believe that I would actually pay you, which was foolish on your part, but it didn't matter because you got the second question wrong, eliminating you from the game almost immediately. Mm-hmm. This time, we've simplified things a bit, so you can be assured that you'll be paid out, and hopefully you'll take things a little bit more seriously this time. Each correct answer, you will get 75 cents.
Okay, well, at least that's reasonable.
For a chance of up to an $11.25 grand prize sent straight to your Venmo account before I leave your apartment tonight.
Great. All right. Well, you know what? That's something, it's not a life-changing amount of money, but I can buy lunch tomorrow, and I believe you will pay me that amount. I'd rather compete for $11 I know you'll pay me than $10,000, which you will never pay me.
$11.25.
And 25 cents.
There's more.
Okay.
For each of the milestone questions, so $1,000 and the $32,000, and if you win
I
the
can
$1
win
million,
$32,000?
Well, no, but these were what the questions are called. If you get those questions right, those 3 milestones, you'll win an additional prize. Do you want to hear what those are?
Sure.
I'm going to play these a little close to the vest.
Okay.
If you reach the...
Is it close to the vest or close to the chest?
Vest.
It goes both ways, though.
Probably. You'd like to be close to the chest, huh?
Yeah, I like to be close to the vest.
Or Raquel Welch.
Oh, hubba.
So if you get the $1,000 milestone question right, you'll win a technology prize pack.
Okay.
Tom, this will be great for you. You're a real techie.
Yeah, I love gadgets and gizmos.
Tom, $32,000 question. You get that right? Get a lottery ticket. You can win up to $500 on this thing.
What? Why didn't you give me like a Powerball ticket?
Because guess what?
Because then you could have said, like, you have a chance of winning $100 million. Because
I want to keep thinking, look, Tom, this is a guaranteed winner.
Oh, it's a guaranteed winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
$1 million prize.
Uh-huh.
You're going to like this. I might keep that one under wraps.
Okay, we'll see if I get it.
Yeah.
I have like a bunch of, I think from my birthday, I got a bunch of like scratch off lottery tickets. And I won, like, I don't know, like $40 all told. You ever go and like turn in a lottery ticket?
They're mad at you when you do it.
Yeah, because you're taking money from them, right?
No, because they get, it's not from the store, but like they have to do paperwork to get reimbursed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I still have all these lottery tickets. I might just mail them in. You can mail them in.
For $40, just bring them to the corner and just get the guy a little bit mad at you.
It's like $40 of like $1 winners.
Yeah.
He's going to be
You did a lot of scratching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of scratching. Maybe I'll buy a nice cheese sandwich.
Practice for that motion, though, right? The back and forth.
Tim, I don't jerk off the way I scratch off lottery tickets.
Well, then you're doing it wrong. Scratching off the lottery tickets, I mean.
Oh, so you're saying I should just do like big long strokes scratching them off? Okay.
Tom, as always, if you don't answer all of the questions correctly, you must lick a mouse on video and we'll post it.
Of course. As always. Yeah, maybe a computer mouse.
You said that last time. And you shouldn't have done that because now I clarify a real, actual, the animal, a mouse.
Live or dead?
Your choice.
Dealer's choice? Yeah. Okay. What about a dog? What if I lick a live dog? I'll lick Ginger. Where?
You know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
Let me tell you about your lifelines, Tom.
All right.
Last time you had 3 lifetimes.
Lifelines.
Guess what?
What?
This time you get 4.
Wow.
First one, 50-50.
Okay.
Gonna
get
rid of half the answers. Number 2, ask the host. Since I'm the host, you'll ask me. Keep in mind, I don't have the answers to the questions.
That one's worthless.
Why?
You do have access to the answers, and if I ask you, you're probably going to just give me the wrong answer.
Tom,
you got a lot of money on the line.
Really that protective of my $11.25?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Number 3, you have phone a friend. You can call anyone you want, even me.
All right.
You get 30 seconds.
I mean, it's already pretty late on a Thursday night.
Yeah, it's fine. We're friends with party animals. Nobody's got class on Friday.
That is true. We are friends with a lot of party animals that don't have class on Friday.
Tom, do you want to hear about your brand new 4th lifeline?
Yes.
It's called Wake Up Your Girlfriend. You can go into the other room and wake up your girlfriend and ask her a question.
Well, I don't know if she's going to like that.
I know, but you got a lot of money on the line.
Yeah,
here.
That's true. Do you have to come in? Do you have
No. But you have to leave your phone out here.
Okay. But I can keep my dictionary at my bedside table like I always do.
There's going to be a lot of dictionary, a lot of definition questions here.
Okay.
These will be relevant to the books that we've read since the last episode of Who Wants
that
to Be a
both of
Booksmanaire.
us have read, though, not just me.
Right. So the books, there's 7 of them. If I Did It by O.J. Simpson. The Secret by some lady. 1984, which
by
you
some
read.
Guy.
A Wrinkle in Time, which I read. 2 Sherlock Holmes, Hound of the Baskervilles, and A Study in Scarlet. You read both of those. And Grinding It Out by Ray Kroc.
Okay. It's been that long since we've done Who Wants to Be a Booksmanaire?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Tom, I'm thinking about all this. We're doing it because I forgot to post a thing. No, I've never forgotten anything my whole life.
It's certainly a part of it.
What should we do the next book about?
Well, I revealed to you earlier, thanks to the Discord, I've procured a copy of Junior.
Oh, yeah.
The novelization of the movie Junior, an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that both of us are obsessed with that we've never watched. So I am tempted to have you read that book, and then I'll watch Junior, and you'll never be able to watch it.
I'd like to watch Junior. You know what?
Because it doesn't always have to be put up to a vote.
Right. Or I have a couple novelizations of my own at home.
This is like a... what do you call that? Like a what? Not a dictatorship, but it's like a prop democracy, like
Banana Republic.
Yeah, like a banana republic. That's what Books a Podcast is.
All right.
So it's like we give people the illusion that they get to choose, but sometimes
you know what sucks, Tom? I don't read a lot of books.
I
was just talking to you and your girlfriend about this, asking you guys about
books.
Should I not talk about your girlfriend so much on
you
the podcast?
can talk about my girlfriend.
All right. I just feel like you guys are real bookworms.
Yeah.
And I was like, when do you find time to read? And you guys are like, every day. None of us do anything. The world is hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started, or I'm halfway through a novel that's quite long. I'm really enjoying. And it just sucks to think that finally back in the swing of things, and I'm gonna have to go home and fucking read a novelization of Junior.
Well, Tim, thinking I just had to read If I Did It in between, I had other things I was enjoying reading that were actually informational, like things I was reading for, work-related stuff, bettering my craft. And then it's and also I'm reading O.J. Simpson describe in detail how he didn't do it, but then describe how he did do it, and then be like, why does everybody think I did it in the next chapter? Reading, Tim, you got to make it a habit. That's the thing.
I know.
You just gotta set aside time, and then it's just this is my time. And really, reading's relaxing.
Like to set aside a Mai Tai.
You don't like the Mai Tais that I get you here, the Bud Seltzer Mai Tais.
They taste
mango
weird.
Mai Tais. Yeah, they taste very gross, but yeah, you just gotta set a. Reading is relaxing unless you're reading Maxim magazine.
It's arousing.
Yeah. So you just gotta be like, do I want to like ease into the day or ease? I mean, I don't do this, but a lot of people read in bed.
Yeah.
And I don't, just because,
asleep.
It'll make me fall asleep. And it's like, then I don't remember what I read.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like fighting it because I'm like, I like this book.
Right.
I'm going to fight to stay awake. And then I
or
wake
at least fight to remember what the hell I'm reading. Like I never... 10 seconds before I like fully fall asleep, a man could like come into my room and like punch me in the stomach as hard as he can, and I won't remember it the next day. And hey, that's not an open invitation out there.
What's your address though?
Tim, I'll never tell you my address. Every week when you come and do the show, I will continue to blindfold you at your home.
Go into the Batcave.
And drive you around for upwards of 2 or 3 hours before I...
And you get me drunk.
And before I finally take you to my home.
Tom, before we get started, since you have a known history of cheating at games...
That's not true.
Can't be trusted to play
not
fair.
A cheater.
For that reason, I'm going to have to duct tape your hands to your chair for the duration of the game.
You've seen me at like quizzes, like bar trivia stuff.
Pub quizzes.
Pub quizzes where like somebody in our team will be like, "Oh, I'll just look up the answer," and I get so mad at that. Just
never seen that happen.
No,
who said they were going to look up the answer?
Just because I feel like
Pollock's.
Yeah. Just because I feel like then what's the point?
Yeah. Agreed.
And if other people are cheating, then all right, then let's just stop playing. But like,
cheaters never win, Tom.
Well, the game's not who's better at Google.
Can I duct tape your hands to the chair, though?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, Tom, we're going to start off with the fastest finger.
Okay.
Hey,
is this fast enough for you?
Give me the middle finger. You're showing me your middle finger.
Yeah. Was that fast enough for you?
This will determine if you actually get to play the game, Tom.
Okay.
So
this might be a very short episode.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You read the book If I Did It, written by Frogman star O.J. Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. is singled out as not being Jewish in the original version of Adam Sandler's popular Hanukkah song.
Uh-huh.
However, in the same song, Mr. Sandler lists 17 people who are fully or partially Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
In 30 seconds, name 4 of those people.
4. Sammy Davis Jr. No, he doesn't name... Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye?
In the original version.
Oh, come on.
The one that everybody knows.
Then what version am I talking about?
I don't know. One that's in your head. All right, 30 seconds hasn't started yet. There's a reason I made this 4.
Okay.
It's to make it a little bit harder for
The
you.
Three Stooges.
It's 3.
And you're saying Sammy Davis Jr. doesn't count?
Sammy Davis Jr. does not count.
Who
20
else?
seconds.
I don't know the song that well.
Lights the menorah.
Barbara Streisand? She mentioned in it? The Three Stooges. And I mean, is Shemp included in that?
No, it says all 3 Stooges.
All three Stooges, but Three Stooges is in quotes, not Three Stooges. All the Three Stooges, which includes Shemp.
I'll give that to you. Tom, you missed David Lee Roth.
Oh,
Lights the menorah.
Uh-huh.
James Caan and Kirk Douglas.
Uh-huh.
The late Dinah Shore.
Well, oh, yeah.
Dinah Shore?
Dinah Shore lights the menorah.
Paul Newman's half Jewish.
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn's half too. Put them together. What a fine looking Jew. Remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock.
Oh, okay.
The owner of the Seattle Supersonics.
I should have gotten that.
Tom, I'm going to give you a line.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. Simpson.
Not a Jew.
You know who is?
Kato Kalin.
Hall of Famer.
Brian Shue.
Rod Carew.
Oh, yeah.
Ann Landers, Dear Abby. Harrison Ford's a quarter Jewish. Not too shabby. You know the song, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard the song in a long time, though.
And then Tom Cruise's agent.
Okay.
You might remember Tom Cruise playing an anti-Semitic caricature in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Well, he claims that was just about, what's his name?
Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
That he was going to take Harvey Weinstein down once and for all.
A brave man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tom, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Technicality, but...
Not a technicality. All Three Stooges. There are multiple people included in the group, the Three Stooges.
All of the Three Stooges, what he meant.
Yeah, the Three Stooges.
Right. But was Joe Besser Jewish? Or do we know this to be true? And it doesn't matter. It's what Sandler says.
Yeah.
Okay. The $100 question, Tom. You're playing for 75 cents here.
75 cents.
It involves the book The Secret.
Okay.
I read the book The Secret, and then using its principles, you and I went on to manifest everything we ever wanted. Everything's great now, right?
Yes.
The book The Secret has nothing to do with the 1994 chart-topping song Secret by Madonna, a.k.a. the Material Girl, a.k.a. the Material Mom. Madonna had a role as Breathless Mahoney in the 1990 film Dick Tracy, which featured a rogues gallery of off-the-wall villains that played heavily into the movie's marketing, but in reality only appeared briefly on screen. Academy Award winner Dustin Hoffman played which of these villains?
Mumbles.
Was it A, Mumbles, B, Big Boy Caprice, C, Flat Top, D, The Brow?
A, Mumbles, final answer.
It's Mumbles. You got it, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, I'm gonna have to ask you not to just speak
Al
out of turn.
Pacino played Big Boy.
Yeah, do you know who played Flat Top?
No. Was it just some guy?
Yeah. What about The Brow?
Was The Brow also just some guy?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, all those characters were killed like 90 seconds into the movie.
Yeah, I know. But they appear longer in the McDonald's commercials than they did in the movie.
And isn't it like Dick Tracy
did they film
just
those McDonald's commercials the same day?
Probably.
Holy shit. This was all premeditated.
And isn't it in the beginning of the movie like Dick Tracy comes in with a Tommy gun and just fucking mows them down? I remember even as a kid thinking like, so wait, I'm supposed to like this guy? He's supposed to be the hero? Like, I get those are bad guys, but you just murdered them in cold blood.
Because we're bad, Tom. Tom, you're some sort of bleeding heart.
No, it's just like, I don't think I really like this guy all that much.
Tom, now for the $200 question.
Okay. $1.
$1.50. About the book 1984.
Okay.
1984 was a chilling book by George Orwell that explored what life would be like in a society that resembled George Orwell's 1984. Now, that book was written in the 50s, and George Orwell got a lot of things wrong about how the world would work in 1984, so I'm surprised that people even still read the book anymore. Anyway,
That's a very long question. Yeah. I can't imagine Regis Philbin saying all this.
It's Philbin, and this is an original concept that I developed.
He's dead, so does he even have a name anymore?
The real 1984 is notable for having a whole crop of new people being born in it. Which one of Academy Award-winning actor Dustin Hoffman's children was born in the real 1984?
On.
Is it A, Jake Hoffman, B, Dave Hoffman, C, Maxwell Hoffman, or D, Allie Hoffman?
Dave Hoffman, is he a BMX biker? I'm thinking of Dave Mira.
Thinking of Dave Mira. You can use one of your lifelines.
Yeah, let me use Ask a Host.
All right. In the interest of you not going out twice in a row on the $200 question.
Well, your ass, Tim, how is this the $200 question when it's
How do you not know that Maxwell Hoffman was born in 1984?
How the fuck would I know that?
I mean,
what number? What letter is Maxwell Hoffman?
C.
C. Maxwell Hoffman. Final answer.
You got it.
What does he do nowadays, Max? Is he in the biz?
He's a rich kid. I don't know.
Yeah, but rich
shit.
kids can be in the biz.
All right, the $300 question, Tom. We're moving on. You're playing for $2.25 at this point. It's also about 1984 because after doing some research, I found out that Dustin Hoffman has recently been accused of some really problematic behavior. Did you know about this?
Yeah. It wasn't even that recent. I feel like it was years ago at this point.
Yeah, so the remainder of the questions, you might have seen a pattern emerging, like, oh, maybe all these questions would be about Dustin Hoffman. Maybe that was an inkling for me, but like we're gonna cool it on the Dustin Hoffman stuff now.
Okay.
So
television's Rain Man.
The silver screen's Rain Man.
Well, I've only seen Rain Man on TV.
Offensive portrayal of someone on the spectrum. Right? Is that what we're...
I don't know if it's offensive or not. I don't know what the current take on that is.
Anyway, speaking of problematic people, which one of the following people was not born in 1984?
Okay.
Is it A, Elizabeth Holmes? Is
the
it B,
Theranos founder?
Yeah.
Did you know I bought this and I'm so mad about it.
Theranos stuff?
Yeah. A Theranos Mini Lab.
What?
Vinyl toy.
Oh, it's a vinyl toy from Dead Startup Toys. Oh, I see. That's cute.
Yeah.
Why are you mad about it?
Because it was $40.
Well,
and
why would you buy a $40
I thought it was a
toy?
real one. And then I emailed...
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought it was like a decommission?
Yeah, I thought it was just like, oh, we're getting rid of these things. And then when I emailed them, I was like, hey, I don't want this anymore. They were like, all sales final. So I got to just throw it up on eBay.
Does it do anything?
No,
it looks like there's
a
button on it that doesn't.
No, even
anything.
that doesn't do anything.
You got scammed. I mean, years
not
ago,
as bad as some former secretaries of state got scammed by Theranos.
Yeah. Sheesh.
But Elizabeth Holmes, okay.
A. Elizabeth Holmes. B. Mark Zuckerberg.
Who was born in 84?
Who was not.
Who was not, okay.
C. Martin Shkreli.
Okay.
Or D. Ben Shapiro. All of these people, well, maybe 3 out of 4, younger than the two of us.
Yes.
I'll give you a hint. All 4 of them.
Younger than us. Okay. So Elizabeth Holmes, Zuck, Shkreli, or
Ben Shapiro.
Ugh.
This is kind of hard for a $300 question.
Yeah, it is very hard.
You have some lifelines.
What do I...
You have a 50-50.
Wake a girlfriend.
You can wake up your girlfriend, or you can phone a friend, including me.
I'm going to go with 50-50.
Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. That leaves us with B, Mark Zuckerberg, or C, Martin Shkreli.
I'm going to go with Shkreli.
Final answer?
Final answer. Am I wrong?
You're on the edge of your seat, aren't you? We'll be right back.
No, there are no commercials in.
Yeah, no, correct. Yes, C.
Oh, thank God. I had a feeling that was the answer. I had a feeling he's younger than that, right?
No, he's older.
Oh, really?
He was born in 83.
Oh, Tim, Jesus fucking Christ. You're asking me to, like, within 12 months, figure out where this person was born.
Yeah, I mean, it's common knowledge. It's street knowledge.
Yeah.
You read Bad Blood?
Yeah. Well, I know, like, Zuckerberg, I know when he started Facebook, I was already out of college, so I couldn't join Facebook because it was college only.
Yeah, they were afraid you'd harass all the college girls.
Yeah. Tim, maybe you're forgetting about a time I was one of the featured friends on MySpace, and I got a lot of friends.
I am forgetting about that time. I'm sorry.
It was when we were in San Francisco. I was very excited about it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that going for you now, or do you keep in touch?
Oh, it served me well.
The $500 question. Tom, you're playing for $3 at this point. About Lord of the Flies. It's not something we read this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question.
$3 at McDonald's will get me a cheeseburger and a small French fries.
Maybe that information will come in handy later in the game.
All right.
The question you got wrong previously.
Uh-huh.
About the book you read.
Where's the next landmark?
The next question. The $1,000.
Okay.
Tom, let's see if you've learned from past mistakes. Which character in the Lord of the Flies speaks to the Lord of the Flies? Is it A, Phil, B, Ralph, C, Piggy, or D, Simon?
I believe it's D, Simon.
Final answer?
Oh, wait. Give me all the ones before.
Is it A, Phil, B, Ralph, C, Piggy, D, Simon?
It might be Ralph. Simon? D, Simon? Is it Piggy? Does Piggy do it? All right. Wait, and who's C?
C is Piggy.
Wait, and who's the other one?
Ralph.
And who's the other one?
Phil.
Phil? Was there a Phil?
I don't know. I didn't read the book. You read the goddamn book. You know, people often say, trust your gut, go with your first.
All right. Then I'm going to go with Simon.
D, Simon, final answer?
D, Simon, final answer.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Just kidding, that's correct.
That you know, that's the kind of shit you would bull.
What? Asking you a basic question?
No, tell me go with your gut. And then being like, your gut was wrong.
Well, Tom, I'm rooting for you. That's my role. I don't know the answers. Keep in mind. The computer shows me once you're locked in.
You're told by the computer once I'm actually locked in.
Okay, you're at the $1,000 question, Tom.
You didn't say I was right.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm right.
I did say that.
All right.
I think.
Well, I didn't see all the explosions go off and everything.
Yeah, I'm putting all those in post.
Oh, okay.
Tom, fuck, I forgot how long this took me in post last. I spent all morning tomorrow doing this.
I spent all morning tomorrow. Wow.
No, I'm going to spend all morning.
That could be the title of a science fiction short story.
By Philip K. Dick.
I spent all morning tomorrow. Past tense, future tense.
We're getting it. $1,000 question. It's a milestone question. Mm-hmm. Still net you $3.75.
That I'll get to walk home with regardless.
Yeah. And the technology pack.
Oh, okay.
It's about A Wrinkle in Time. A Wrinkle in Time.
I only watched the movie.
I know, but I
make sure it was in the movie.
Called this out. It's about the book. A Wrinkle in Time starts off with which iconic first sentence? Is it A, all this happened more or less?
Mm-hmm.
Is it B? Sorry, there's a little bit of a... Is it B, it was a dark and stormy night?
Okay.
Is it C, the story so far, in the beginning, the universe was created?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it D? Yup, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
It's A, I'm pretty sure. Final answer.
Are you sure, final answer? It's a milestone question. Are you sure you don't want to think about it a little bit more?
Yeah, what was B again?
It was a dark and stormy night.
And what C?
The story so far, in the beginning, the universe was created.
Jesus Christ, I don't know.
And by the way, D was... Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
I'm pretty sure it didn't start with a record scratch. Books don't usually start with a record scratch.
You don't know. This was a very unusual book.
But B and C sounds so, like, generic.
Yeah.
Say them all again, Regis.
There's A. I don't know who Regis is, by the way. A. All of this happened, more or less.
Uh-huh.
Made famous in the book Slaughterhouse 5.
Uh-huh.
B was It Was a Dark and Stormy Night.
Uh-huh.
And C was the story so far. The beginning of the universe was created. In the beginning, the universe was created. Also made famous by A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
All right, then I'm going to guess B, because that's not the one that you said was made famous by another famous book. Final answer.
B, final answer.
Uh-huh.
Tom, you're correct.
But It Was a Dark and Stormy Night. The other books start that way, but I guess...
I know, that was
but
part
for
of
a kid's book, it's probably like, oh, kids are going to be like, oh, I know this book. And then it's like, no, you don't.
Tom.
Oh, no.
I'm going to award you the technology pack.
Oh, okay.
And this is great. You're a real fucking tech head, right?
Uh-huh.
Get it?
Is this going to be something that I'm going to be like, can you take this when you leave?
This is you get cleansing wet wipes for your phone.
Oh, but what about if I'm eating chicken wings?
You can use them on your hands as well, I guess. Okay. They're dye-free and flushable.
Are they gonna dry out my hands after I've had some chicken wings, though?
We'll see. And also this wire. You can connect it to things.
Tim, there's just like a very short Ethernet cable. I don't want this.
Tom, it's a tech pack.
I mean, it's sealed.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you got this with something. Maybe you bought a new router recently.
Tom, you could always use an Ethernet cable, right? You go through these things like water.
Tim, nowadays I'm mostly wireless.
Tom, you've earned it. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, well, I'm going to sell these online. I'm going to make a living.
With your fucking Theranos.
My Theranos vinyl toy might come with a free 6-inch Ethernet cable and wet wipe.
Tom, we got to move on to the $2,000 question.
But Tim, I'd like to enjoy my rewards a little bit more first.
It's a pretty good reward. It's a pretty good price. And $3.75?
It's garbage you felt guilty about throwing in the trash.
Tom, you were happy about the wipes.
Yeah, because the wipes I can use.
The Ethernet cable. It's technology.
I don't think I even have anything that
Tom,
takes
I see so many wires around here all the time. I thought you'd enjoy more wires.
I told you I'm trying to go wireless.
This one's about Sherlock Holmes,
I'm trying
Tom.
to go even wireless.
The $2,000 question.
Wireless with power. That's why you're hearing this constant hum in the room.
That's the air conditioner that we won't turn off. Sherlock Holmes was memorably portrayed by Robert Downey Jr. in a couple of bad movies. Downey also played the role of Iron Man, a.k.a. the Man of Steel, in Marvel's Cinematic Universe, and Jerry Renfro in the Frank Oz-directed movie Bowfinger. Which of the following Muppets did Frank Oz not perform?
Okay.
A, Miss Piggy. B, Dr. Teeth. C, Sam the Eagle. D, Animal.
I'm going to phone a friend.
Okay.
It's going to be you.
All right.
Let me get my phone. God damn it.
You knocked over your thing.
I got to put my password in. Hold on a minute.
You don't have facial recognition?
I do, but I think I accidentally triggered it too many times. I think I still have you as an emergency contact, Tim.
Wow.
I think it was mostly because when we went to overseas, it was like, yeah, if they find me in a ditch, call this guy.
This is Tim.
Tim, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Booksmanaire?
This is very exciting.
And I have a question I think you are uniquely suited to answer.
I'll try my best. I understand we only have 30 seconds starting now.
Tim, did Frank Oz not say? I know he voiced Miss Piggy, but did he voice Dr. Teeth, Sam the Eagle or not voice animal?
I believe he didn't voice out of those Dr. Teeth, who was voiced by Jim Henson.
Okay. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed this episode when it airs.
I look forward to it. It sounds like it's really well produced. Tom, how did that go?
It went pretty well. You're supposed to say brought to you by like AT&T or something, though. When
oh yeah,
you should have.
I heard there was a big T-Mobile hack, Tom. As a proud T-Mobole man, how do you feel about this?
Well, I'll tell you what. Literally, I saw that pop up on Twitter. Like I had a Twitter client open on my computer, and I was like, "Oh, look at that!" And within 3 seconds, I get a text from T-Mobile, and they're like, So it's like, "Oh, was this like a?" Like an embargoed news. I mean, I had seen the news before, but I guess like it was embargoed with T-Mobile of like, all right, we'll talk to you, like The Verge, but you have to wait till like 10 a.m. to put this up because that's when we're going to text everybody.
I was once on vacation with a group of people, and one of them worked, I can say, who cares? Nobody's listening. One of them worked.
The bank, the big old bank.
And there was a big data breach. And it was like Saturday, and we were all like at a lake having fun. And he's like, I have an all hands meeting at like 8 a.m. on Monday. That's crazy. It's mandatory for everybody.
Yeah.
And he's like, what could it be? It's probably a new marketing initiative. I was like, I don't think they would do that.
Yeah, 8 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah, so I do think they are like, yeah, these things are embargoed, and it makes sense. Like, that's a great way to control the narrative, where it's like you go to The Verge and you're just like, hey, we can control this story, rather than hitting and then you fucking speculating and calling other people.
Well, by this point, there had already been speculation because I guess somebody was advertising on the dark web. Like, I've got 500 million people's information, or not that much, but a lot of people who wants to buy it. It was like 100 million people, maybe.
It was relatively cheap, right? It was like 7 Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, it was like 50 grand. It's all yours. I'm a prepaid T-Mobile subscriber, and the weird thing is, I feel like nowadays postpaid plans are only for people with multiple lines. Otherwise, it like doesn't seem like it makes financial sense. Because I get 10 gigabytes a month, and I pay $40. And I'm like very happy with that plan. And there's like maybe a handful of things, like maybe if I go to like Canada or Mexico, I don't have like free minutes.
When's the last time you went to Canada or Mexico?
I've not been to Canada or Mexico in quite a few years. No, I've been to both, but not in a long time.
Never been to Mexico.
It's nice. Hot.
Everywhere's going to be hot, Tom. You got that?
And they don't have good Mexican food. like we have here at Chipotle.
Not enough sour cream. What's your answer?
Their Mexican food is a lot less dairy based than I would prefer. Than I do prefer. My answer was Dr. Teeth.
B, Dr. Teeth, final answer?
Yeah, my friend Tim told me that, and I trust him.
Your friend Tim sounds like a fucking genius. Because he's right. You're right. We're only at the $4,000 question, Tom. And I feel like these might have been too hard.
Yeah, you think? Also, I want to say one of the advantages of being a T-Mobile customer is like T-Mobile doesn't know my social security number, so that didn't get leaked.
Yeah. I know your social security number.
I know yours. I have it in my 1Password.
Really?
Yeah, because I have to use it sometimes.
I file our taxes. I know yours.
I gave you a fake one.
The $4,000 question, Tom. You're playing for $5.25. Tim, I
still don't know why you insist on filing my personal taxes.
This one's about grinding it out. Ray Kroc's book.
Oh, I thought you meant masturbating.
I mean...
It's the greatest hits. People love it.
In reading Grinding It Out, we learned that Ray Kroc is a real piece of shit. The Arch Deluxe, though, what year did it debut nationwide in the U.S.?
All right.
Is it... I'm going to make this a little easier than the original. Is it A, 1991, B, 1993, C, 1996, D, 1999?
I'm going to go with 1993.
Sure about that? You got 2 lifelines left. Or you have 1 lifeline left.
My girlfriend's not going to know the answer. What lifeline do I... Is that the only one I have left?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, man. 96, then.
C, 1996?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
You're correct.
All right.
Wow, Tom.
Because I remember I was on the cusp of being a man when this option presented itself.
Yeah. All right. Well, good job.
Thank you.
The $8,000 question. You're playing for $6 now. It's also about grinding it out.
When is the next milestone?
I'm at $32,000. You have
Jesus
2 more.
Christ.
Yeah. Over the past 50 years.
But I could just walk away at any point?
No, not in this game.
Oh, come on.
You're thinking of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's a completely different game.
All right.
You can win a lot more money. Over the past 50 years, Donald Gorski, a sad weirdo from Wisconsin, has been eating too many Big Macs, at least one per day.
This guy.
He recently set a world record in the Guinness Book of World Records for most Big Macs eaten. This is what I don't understand about the Guinness Book of World Records. Like, he clearly has eaten the most Big Macs. Why are they waiting till... Was there a guy that he surpassed? No. Rounded to the closest 1,000. How many Big Macs has this creep eaten? A, 32,000. B, 41,000. C, 61,000. D, 100,000.
I'm going to ask 61,000.
You sure about that, or do you want to go like kind of half that?
All right. Damn it. If this game show is just going to be every time I guess an answer and I'm not right, you tell me.
Don't you want to win more money?
B, final answer.
A, 32,000, final answer?
Yeah, what was B then?
I don't know. I made
all right. A,
these
final answer.
Originally a lot closer together, but
Tim,
I knew you wouldn't get it.
You're going to wind... The federal government's going to bring you in on quiz show charges.
Do you ever watch a quiz show? Everybody tells me it's great. The movie was 3 hours long, and I couldn't fucking get through it. I fell asleep twice. Correct. 32,000.
Okay. But I mean, that's one of those where it's like, I don't know how many fucking Big Macs some
goddamn
idiot...
math.
How many years? 20 years?
50. Since 1972.
How old is this guy?
Older than 50. 51.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing the youngest he could have been was like, I don't know, maybe like 15?
Yeah, so he's 65.
Yeah.
That's an age.
He's eating one a day?
At least one a day.
At least one a day. Yeah, I've watched videos about this guy, and like
he was in Super Size Me.
Yeah, and he like buys a bunch and he freezes them.
He's got a weird haircut. We don't like him. The $16,000 question.
I know.
Tom,
I kind of like him.
$6.75.
Oh, I do remember though. He talks in that about like the first time he had one, and he was just basically like, "Yep, this is it. This is the best food there could ever be. So this is just what I'm going to eat from now on. I'm not going to try anything else."
I mean, it's good.
It is good, but like there are better hamburgers if you like hamburgers.
What? What's a better hamburger?
The Whopper. Oh, he would. Boy, you think his steam would come out of his ears?
Fucking blood would come out of his eyes.
Yeah. Do you think which is a better hamburger, the Big Mac or the Whopper?
They're just such different products, Tom.
Gun to your head. Hold on. I'm going to get a gun and put it to your head. And Tim, I swear to God, I'll blow your fucking brains out if you don't give me an answer.
I've seen you do this to other people, and I'm terrified right now. Better hamburger?
Better. Just better. Which somebody's holding a gun to your head, and they're also like guess what? You can have two different lunches. We've got two very well made.
This seems low stake. There's no right at. I'm going to say the Whopper.
Well, it is low stakes, but if you don't make a choice, this guy's gonna blow your brains out. So you'll say a Whopper, okay?
I will say that because it's the one that I've most recently had, and I don't trust my judgment
because you can get the Impossible Whopper. Right. I will say this: I've had
Big
more.
Mac's so fucking good though.
Big Mac is good, but I've had more stale Big Macs than I have stale Whoppers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I'm a toppings and condiments man.
Yeah. I mean, they both have a lot of condiments.
I mean, Whopper has a lot more.
Yeah, but the Big Mac's got an exclusive condiment.
Yeah, I guess. All right, the $16,000 question is also about grinding it out. $6.75.
All right, also about masturbating.
When the McDonald's Super Value meals were introduced in the 90s, what was my original standard go-to meal? Is it A, number 1, the Big Mac meal, B, number 2, the 2 cheeseburgers meal, C, number 3, the quarter pounder with cheese meal, D, number 4, the quarter pounder with cheese, the double quarter pounder with cheese meal?
I feel like you're a 2 cheeseburger kind of guy.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Tom, you're correct. In the beginning, I was a 2. I transitioned after that to the Big Mac, and then I would alternate between the Big Mac and the quarter pounder. Never tried a double quarter pounder. I'm not a big fan of the beef patty. I think the ratio is all wrong.
Yeah, double quarter pounder's too much McDonald's meat, which is not what you're there for.
Yeah. So, Tom, well done.
Thank you.
Tom, here's the $32,000 question. It's a milestone question. $7.50. That's the price of a movie ticket in 1998. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh.
The Hound of the Baskervilles is a very boring book that I was supposed to read in high school for a summer reading program, and I didn't read it, and my parents found out, and it turned into a whole big thing. I got into a lot of fucking trouble. That summer, I also participated in an event called Ernest Fest with some friends where we watched all of Jim Varney's classic Ernest movies in order in one sitting. I had to leave Ernest Fest early to go to Six Flags Great Adventure. Did you go on that trip?
Oh, what a horrible fate.
With another group of friends. That was very popular. Because I left early, I didn't get to watch the last Ernest film chronologically. What is the name of that film? Is it A, Ernest Goes to Africa, B, Ernest in the Army, C, Ernest Rides Again, or D, Slam Dunk Ernest?
I feel like it's C, Ernest Rides Again.
I think you might need to think about things a little bit, because this is a milestone question. You don't want to just rush into things. There's a guaranteed winner lottery ticket on the line.
I feel like... Well, my other impulse was Ernest Goes to Africa.
Right, but I'm just saying, you just gotta think about this stuff, because
what
this
was
is very,
B?
Ernest in the Army.
And D was what?
Slam Dunk Ernest.
Is Slam Dunk Ernest a real movie?
Yeah, it is.
Then I feel like maybe that's the last movie.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you got to think about these things, because this is a milestone.
Ernest in the Army.
B, Ernest in the Army, final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom. But you've gotten $7.50
well, then what
and
are you
a lottery
sorry
ticket.
about?
You know.
It's a scratch off?
Yeah, but it's a guaranteed winner. I've already scratched it off, and it's a winner. Congratulations.
Christ. This has been scratched off. What the fuck? Did I win 10 cents?
No, you won $2.
Ay.
You can send it in with the rest of them.
All right. Well, I will.
Tom, it's not often that somebody gives you a guaranteed winner.
Yeah.
Lottery ticket.
Hey, I got a winning lottery ticket in my pocket, pal.
It's actually a boner. $64,000 question, Tom, for $8.25.
My dog's very upset you're still at my house.
This one's about 1984. Tom, in 1984, Big Brother is always watching. In a Yoo-Hoo commercial from the 1990s, a kid talks to the camera about how he admires his own Big Brother for being totally cool.
Mm-hmm.
We see cutaways of this kid and his big brother doing various things together, culminating with the classic line, "You don't have to sink one to drink one." In the cutaways of the two brothers hanging out together, what don't we see either of them doing?
Okay.
A, throwing Yoo-Hoo bottle caps.
Okay.
B, ogling a woman.
Okay.
C, shooting hoops.
Uh-huh.
Or D, doing homework.
D, doing homework. Final answer.
I think the $64,000 question is one that you need to ruminate a little bit on.
What? We see him doing homework? I know we see him ogling a girl. I guess maybe we don't see him doing basketball together?
I don't know. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Shooting hoops?
Uh-huh.
You're correct. Tom, you will see.
I know it's a commercial. It's like with the saxophone.
Yeah. His brother brings him a slice of pizza while he's doing homework.
Oh, I see. Well, this is just the local news. Yeah. They're ogling a woman right now.
Yeah. And now he's doing homework and a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
This mulleted
and
kid.
Now they're sinking one to drink one.
Yeah. I mean, this kid hits his dumb dad in the head. What?
Who?
All right. $125,000 question, Tom.
Uh-huh.
A $9 payday for you. Secret. The book that I read. Upon The Secret's release, Oprah lent her seal of approval to the garbage book and helped it make a global phenomenon. She also appeared in the film version of A Wrinkle in Time, another book that we read.
Yeah.
Wow. What is Oprah's iconic official website domain?
Mm-hmm.
Is it A, oprahwinfrey.com, B, harpo.com, C, o.com, or D, oprah.com?
I can guess oprah.com, D.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It's correct.
All right.
Oprah Winfrey, harpo, and o.com all just go to dead sites.
Oh, really?
They don't redirect.
Huh.
Just dead sites.
Wow. She was never real into the internet. She was skeptical.
But nobody else bought harpo.com? Not even a Harpo Marx?
Well, I'm sure somebody owns it. And I'm sure Harpo Marx didn't buy it, actually.
But look, that's Harpo.com. It's like, it's not even like a parked thing.
Yeah, but I'm guessing still somebody owns the domain name. And Tim,
trying
if they
to
don't,
sell it to Oprah.
Buy it on your way home tonight.
It's true. $250,000 question.
Think about, you can get a bidding war going on between Oprah and Harpo Marx.
Harpo Marx has fucking deep pockets, my friend. $250,000 question for $9.75. It's about 1984. How did George Orwell die? A, drowning.
Uh-huh.
B, shot by a sniper.
Whoa.
C, Big Brother got him.
Mm-hmm.
D, tuberculosis, which he caught in a hospital after being treated for getting shot by a sniper.
Is it D?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? He got shot by a sniper?
Yeah, in the Spanish Civil War. He was very
active. What
was
he doing in the Spanish Civil War?
He was all about it.
Huh.
Yeah, Catalonia and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He wrote a whole book about it.
It seems like it wasn't his war to fight.
Well,
he disagreed.
Okay, down to the final two questions.
All right.
And this one's about if I did it.
Okay.
$500,000 question, Tom. You are playing for $10.50.
All right.
If you get this wrong, you're going all the way back down to the $7.50. So you don't want to fuck with this.
Yeah.
How old was Kato Kalin the night of the murders in June 1994?
I should know this.
A, 21, B, 23, C, 27, D, 35.
I'm going to go 27.
One would think if you were 27, he would have maybe joined the 27 club.
He would have joined. You know what?
OJ would have killed him too. Be like, I'll put you up there with Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix.
Maybe he was 23. Maybe he was younger than expected.
You would think that a guy living in a guest house would be young, but Kato, to me, seems like a guy that would be like surprisingly old to be living.
He wasn't 35. He couldn't have been 35. Was he 35?
I'll here. In lieu of waking up your girlfriend, I can give you a hint.
He's not gonna know the answer to this.
I give you a hint. Do you want to take the hint for your final lifeline?
Yeah, I'll take the hint for my final lifeline.
He was born in 1959.
So he was 35? 59 and okay, 59. Yeah, he was 35, huh? D, 35.
Final answer?
Yeah.
My God, Tom, I don't know how you keep doing it, but you pulled out another one.
That's insane.
Right?
What the fuck, Kato? Tim, I was gonna order a cameo from Kato for our Patreon. And then I was watching. I was like, Jesus, he looks like shit.
Yeah, because he's old.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, he doesn't look like shit. He's just way older than I thought he was.
Yeah. So 99, he would have been 40, 50, 60. He's over 60. He's in his 60s.
Yeah, I mean, and like he looks good for that age, but you know, at the same time, it's like somebody who's over 60. It's like, oh, they look good. Or it's like you still look like you're
still a bag of bones.
Yeah, you still look like you're 60, but some people who are 60 look a lot worse than you do. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised when I looked at Cameo, where I was like, in my mind, I was like, Kato's 40. He's the same age as me now.
Yeah. Nope.
But, nope.
Because that would make sense. Well, yeah. No, it wouldn't make sense, but.
I mean, it would make sense because he was like, it seemed like he was, you know, like, not a drifter, but it was like, oh, he had like just gotten off the bus in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he got this job and he was like, oh, I'll take this while I'm auditioning.
What was Kato doing throughout his 20s and half of his 30s
exactly.
before we met him? Nobody knows.
He was winning the trust of O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown.
I believe it was the National Enquirer. It was one of them, maybe Star. Published a headline, police think Kato did it. And and he sued them for $15 million.
Good for him.
And they settled out of court. But like if he's smart, which he might be resourceful enough.
Yeah.
Probably still living off that settlement if he invested correctly. Or
yeah.
put it.
I mean, he was smart enough to like...
Because he probably got like $5 million from it, right?
Maybe not. Maybe he got like $1 million.
You give me $1 million right now, I'd take it.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, he was smart enough that like I said, when I was reading that book, it was like very unclear how he was living with Nicole and then he was living with OJ, and it was like he's kind of like a nanny, but it seemed like he never actually worked, like he never actually took care of him. So he's a resourceful dude. I would not put anything past him that like he got some money out of the National Enquirer and he's found a way to stretch that for, you know, however many years. Kato's also like the kind, like he emerged from that like scot-free. I feel like where it's like I feel like Kato gave an honest testimony, but it's like
he wasn't living his life right.
Yeah, but also it's like he didn't say anything. I mean, in a real trial, what he testified to of like somebody like falling into his wall after having jumped over the fence would have been plenty.
Yeah.
So like he was honest, but I think, somehow he didn't, I don't know, like it seemed like he walked out of that still OJ's friend.
Yeah. And what you're saying is OJ is a good man, just letting bygones.
He's a good judge of character, too, so.
Tom, we've reached the $1 million question.
Wow.
Here you go. $11.25.
Wasn't that supposed to get another prize packet? Weren't there 3 prize packets?
If you get this right, you get a $25 Outback Steakhouse gift card.
Oh, I would like that.
Holding in my hand.
So wait, what's the other prize package?
This.
I thought there were 3.
Yeah, you got the technology pack. You got the lottery ticket.
Oh, the lottery ticket. I forgot about the $2 lottery ticket. I feel like this Outback Steakhouse card doesn't have its full...
100. I guarantee you can look it up.
Yeah, I could see you getting this and then being like, what the fuck am I going to eat at Outback?
What is... the website bloominbrands.com. You can go and check it out.
Okay. Maybe I will.
And it's not just good at the Outback Steakhouse, it's good at the Bonefish Grill, Carrabba's Italian Grill.
Yeah,
and
I'd rather be caught dead than I would at the Bonefish.
Yeah, but you and me both.
What was the last one?
Flamingos.
I don't think I've seen Carrabba's, but I haven't seen Flamingos, I don't think.
It's a prime steakhouse.
And what's
I
Outback?
feel like most of these are just in Florida.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I went to an Outback maybe like a month or 2 ago and had a delicious meal. It's a good place.
Tom, $25.
They got rid of, though, they did, of course they've always had the Bloomin' Onion, but they did have another thing on their menu, which was just under appetizers, Bloomin' Petals. Which was just some petals from the Bloomin' Onion.
Like not as much.
Not as much.
Oh, yeah.
And what a great option to have, because I'll eat a full Bloomin' Onion.
But you shouldn't.
But I shouldn't, and
Yeah.
I won't be able to stop myself.
Right.
So if I can order something that's like half or maybe even less than that, then I can feel better about myself, even though maybe I still shouldn't.
Right. Well, Tom, you can buy... By my count,
yeah, you propped it up like
it's here to
I got my
inspire
eyes
you.
on the prize.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the vision board of
I'm gonna win you Outback Steakhouse card
for $11.25 and the $25 Outback Steakhouse gift card. Don't fucking tell me that this isn't.
No, it's a pretty good prize, Tim. The last time I went to Outback Steakhouse, it was because I had bought my mom a gift card for Outback Steakhouse for like, I think Mother's Day, maybe.
Yeah. Well, this is regarding 2 books, Grinding It Out and If I Did It.
Oh.
If OJ and Kato had gotten Happy Meals...
Ooh.
When they went to McDonald's together on the night of the murders.
This is a good question. I mean, I'll never know the answer. But...
What kind of toys would they have gotten?
Yeah, all right.
A, Bobby's World. B, Animaniacs. C, The Flintstones. Or D, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. This is like the best $1 million question on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire would ask this.
Yeah.
Not that this show has any kind of similarities to it.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I feel like it already come out by that point. What year was it they went to get these?
It was June of 1994.
Ooh, maybe not.
Bobby's World, Animaniacs, The Flintstones, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
For some reason, I'm really feeling Bobby's World as a potential toy, but I don't remember those toys. But I do remember Sonic 3 toys at McDonald's. But I feel like by that time, Sonic and Knuckles was coming out in that summer. Animaniacs?
zany to the max. We know that about them.
Yeah, and what was the other one?
The Flintstones.
The Flintstones. Was it a Flintstones movie tie-in?
1994. I think that might make sense. I don't know. I don't have the answers here.
I'm gonna go with Flintstones.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Tom, I'm sorry you've come so far. The Outback Steakhouse gift card is out of reach.
No!
It was Animaniacs B. Flintstones, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Bobby's World all were toys in 1994.
Yeah.
Sonic, I believe, was in January.
Yes.
Bobby's
and that's
World.
what I'm saying, because that came out, and then the summer, Sonic and Knuckles.
Tom, you're bumped back down. You'll get $7.50.
All right.
You have the technology pack. You have the winning lottery ticket.
So really, I've got no reason to complain.
Yeah, I'll Venmo you right now, Tom.
All right.
While we're still on Reynolds.
I mean, I'm not super mad about this outcome because I didn't. That would have been my last guess. Animaniacs.
Right.
Because I don't remember there being Animaniacs toys. I remember at that age, Bobby's World being a thing and just kind of not being into it. So it would have been like a 50-50 Animaniacs or Bobby's World. And I would have gone with Bobby's World just because I feel like that's a little more obscure. And you would have gone for something a little more obscure. But to the best of our knowledge, OJ and Kato did not order Happy Meals.
No. And I think they actually said what they were. Or OJ, as much as you can fucking trust them.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I remember is that they both... Oh, I got the Venmo. Thank you, Tim. Wow. $7.50.
Not bad.
I remember OJ pointing out that Kato, I think they were into Bentley. And he was like, oh, Kato said he was going to eat his at home. And it's like, I'm sure OJ was like, you better not fucking eat McDonald's in my goddamn Bentley. I'll kill you.
I'll do it.
I've got a knife right here under my seat. In that book, too, maybe I didn't harp on this enough, but like, all the car logistics did not make sense. And I feel like the prosecution, I think they did harp on it, but I think they got like a little too lost in the weeds where they should have just...
That's what the prosecution did the entire time.
And they should have just concentrated on like, look, OJ's claiming he never used this Bronco. He used this Bronco all the time. Yeah. That was he didn't want to ding up his Bentley. So he only took out the Bentley when he wanted to impress people. But
like Kato when he was going to McDonald's.
But when he didn't want to impress people or he wanted to kill people, he drove his Bronco that Hertz gave him as like a company car, which also he probably thought like, oh, this will be better. Hertz will be able to be like, hey, that's our car. You can't search it for blood.
Tom, I'm sorry it turned out this way, and I wasn't that last question wasn't meant to be a trick question. You know how those $1 million questions are. I'm just sorry you won't be able to get a bloomin' onion or the petals of your own.
I was gonna make a joke about at least I've won a life-changing amount of money, but I don't know that Outback gift card might have changed my life. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, it could have changed it for the worse. You could have choked on steak.
Yeah, well, yeah, the steaks at Outback, sure. Those are pretty tough steaks usually.
Yeah. Do you ever get the steak at Outback?
I don't really. I get the Alice Springs chicken. That's my go-to. It's this disgusting grilled chicken breast. And you're like, oh, grilled chicken breast. That's pretty healthy. No, it's smothered in Monterey Jack cheese.
Hell yeah.
And bacon. And then it comes in unbelievably delicious honey mustard sauce. That just makes anything you put in it taste good because it must just be like all sugar and butter and it's so good.
It's a shame you'll never taste that again because you're too poor and you don't have this gift card.
Oh, I've got $7.50, Tim, that I could put towards maybe a lunchtime Alice Springs chicken. I think they might do lunch specials.
Guess what, Tom? $9.50 once you cash in that winning lottery ticket.
That's true,
and
yeah.
who knows how much money you'll get for that Ethernet cable on eBay.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, I'll probably leave that $2 winning a lottery ticket as a tip. Once I'm done. And I mean, how could they get mad? It's a guaranteed winner.
Exactly. That's what I mean, you got mad about it earlier for some reason.
You know what? I think that would be a nice thing if, still give the regular tip. But if you just had like a wallet full of like $1 lottery cards and it was like, you get your full tip, but also, hey, here's a chance at maybe $1 million. I think that'd be a nice thing to do as a high roller.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what I'm going to start doing. Bring a little joy into people's lives.
You'd get so mad if somebody won like $750,000.
Well, of course they would. I'd leave my phone number on the back and say, like, if you win big, oh boy, if I saw him on the news or something, and it was like, oh, some guy, then they'd be like, a man called into our news station. It would just be me on the phone, like, half that money's mine, you that son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, you just hate service employees in general.
No, I don't.
He's trying to get their lottery winnings.
I talk myself out of leaving a lottery ticket just because if they did win, I'd be so mad.
Well, thanks for playing Who Wants to Be a Booksmanaire, Tom. I hope you'll come back in a few months when we do this again.
Yeah, maybe. I'll see.
Or maybe you'll run the game yourself, and I'll get the opportunity to win a prize.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds?
Unduct tape your hands from the chair.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much for all the hairs off my wrists. Tim, I rely on these hairy wrists for my livelihood.
What's your livelihood?
Show my wrists to creeps.
Hey, thank you, dear patron, for supporting us. We love you very much. And hey, vote in this
new poll.
This new poll that is either up now or will be up shortly.
Yeah, probably up shortly, and probably not so shortly.
Yeah, Tom, I gotta edit this thing. I gotta put in all these fucking sounds.
Hey, whose fault is that?
Mine.
The Patreons. If they weren't paying you to do this, you wouldn't have to.
See you next week.
Don't tell him I said so. But my brother is totally cool. Totally cool. He can take a Yoo-hoo chocolate drink and do this with the cap. I'm working on it. Sorry, Dad. But house rules. You don't have to sink one to drink one.
Now in the dairy case. Yoo-hoo, the cool way to do chocolate.